Welcome you all in this class. Before starting this class, I must suggest to you, please follow my previous lecture. In that case, for understanding of today's concept going to be very much easier for you. Well, capital budgeting including time value of money, where we consider time value of money. In these figures, we learn till now two specific techniques. One is NPV, another one is PI. NPV and PI is almost same. Calculation procedure in respect of calculation procedure. Full form of NPV is net present value, where by applying time value of money or discounting factor, we are going to judge either we are going to accept that project or reject that project. NPV basically signifies or denotes two particular answer. Either it can be positive or can be negative. PI is basically related to the ultimate figure of 1. If it is greater than 1, if it is less than 1, based on that we are going to take the decisions. Now today we are going to learn the chapter commonly known as IRR, or rather I must say internal rate of return. Internal rate of return. Now what does it mean by internal rate of return? In simpler sense, internal rate of return represent the return percentage of your project, or what is the exact return your project provides you depending upon the investment and total benefits. If you compare in respect of investment and benefits with considering the time value of money, what exact return your project provides. Whatever project you are going to adopt, what is the exact return of such project itself? That we are going to calculate in the chapter of internal rate of return. Between IRR and NPV. Now, before stating that relationship, let me concentrate on NPV. Now, when you consider NPV, basically there is a scope of getting mostly two specific results, either positive results or negative results. Now, how can you differentiate between positive results and negative results? In case of positive results, the implication is where total PV of CFAT must be greater than initial investment. Whereas in case of negative results, it is the impact is just opposite, where total PV of CFAT is less than initial investment. Now obviously that positive and negative NPV is based on the two specific factors. One is return of the project, another one is PV factor. Even if in same project, once you consider one particular PV factor, probably you got a positive NPV and is to accept the project. Sometime if you change the PV factor, it might provide you a negative NPV and instantly you change your decisions and you can reject the project. That is the logic. Same project, same amount of initial cash outlay, same amount of return, but depending upon the NPV, reject the project. Same project. Now, just give me a brief here. Say if PV of CFAT greater than initial investment, or rather total PV of CFAT is greater than initial investment, then we are going to accept the project. If this is first conditions, if total PV of CFAT is less than initial investment, we are going to reject the project. Now, same project, suppose we apply 10% PV factor, it is accepted. When we apply 20% PV factor, it is rejected. But say you apply 15% PV factor, and where your total PV of CFAT is equivalent to initial investment. If that scenario happens, it is equal. If you got, it is exactly the same, if it comes exactly the same of your initial investment, then that 15% is considered your IRR, or rather internal rate of return. Then in simpler sense I can say, what is IRR? IRR is that PV factor which results your total PV of CFAT of a project, it is just same of your initial investment. And when your total PV of CFAT is same of your initial investment, that can be easily represented as where your NPV equals to 0. Then you can say also rather IRR is that PV factor which results 0 NPV. That is the basic logic of IRR. Remember, in case of IRR, there are various methods we can follow. You can follow trial and error method. There are other approaches also. You can consider a imaginary discounting rate, and based on that also you can calculate IRR. But here especially we are going to follow trial and error method.